Simulanka. That is so zoomed in. Crap, I don't remember where the quest was. Was it over here? I think it was this teleporter. I remember we were in the middle of doing a quest. Yeah, I went to the right one. Look at me go. It's this. We're doing this. Yeah, this is the new event. This is a different thing. We still for Simulanka. We're on this one. All right. Finally time to open the door. Try to open the... How? Like how, though? Oh, duh. Got it. Drop water spout. All right. Trying to remember how this works exactly. I need to do the flower first. I understand. All right. And now we do this. Why any of this is going to open a door? Beyond me. The door opened? I'm just as surprised as you are. Weird blue text on the wall. Interesting. It's so chilly around here. Such a strange vibe. Paimon's just glad we haven't seen anything weird. The mysterious door you had to fly through hoops to get through wasn't weird, nor is this weird glowing writing on the wall. Oh, wait a sec. What's that carved on the wall over there? It looks like a story? What's it about? After setting up the trial herself, the princess awaited her guardian within the kingdom. I think I recall this story from the kingdom's records. In the legend, it is said that despite the passing of much time, still there came no sign of a guardian, and it seemed that the kingdom's resources would soon run dry. The princess, whose name was Kyoya? Let's go with Kyoya. Therefore made a decision. She let the kingdom's people fall into a deep slumber and sealed off all its land except the tower, where she alone remained to await the coming of the guardian. What became of the princess? The guardian that she awaited never came. In the end, she's said to have come to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs alone, then vanished from the world without a trace. It is true that this princess showed great courage, but I cannot say that I agree with her approach. As I see it, by deciding to simply wait there while her people slept in blissful ignorance, she consigned her kingdom to an unknown fate. Instead, she should have taken the initiative by calling upon her people to unite as one, seeking out their guardian together. If she had done this, even if all their efforts had turned out to be in vain, at least she would have known that she'd done all she could. It's just as the last line of the story says, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Your Highness, it hasn't come to that yet. Yeah, come on. There's still hope, and who knows, there might be some important clues left for us to find. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away. Anyway, let's keep searching. Looking around, it seems like we haven't completed the trials in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs yet. Alright. Being in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs, okay. Stay on your guard, everyone. Let's proceed slowly. Alright. Continue onward through the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. What's down here, though? Oh, I can read this. A system for saying goodbye. It's so glaringly obvious. Okay. Irritating thing is that it is both reasonable and obvious. Well, whatever it is, it's obvious. Is there more text up here for me to read? She read that one. No, it's not looking like it. Okay, let's just continue. What's going on over here? Oh. Lotus leaves and dewdrops. What the? Why has this story been carved on the wall? What is it? Someone's carved a story here that goes, once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. Is it you? Do you wish you had a pair of wings? He prayed to the goddess who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings. Wait a sec. If he could already jump higher than all the other frogs, why would he need wings? Maybe it's just hyperbole. No. This champion's name is actually recorded in the committee's register. This paper frog, whose name is Sibrilis, sure, once won the championship 7 times in a row. No frog was his equal. His symbol was a pair of wings made of lotus leaves, so they dubbed him Winged Sibrilis. 7 times in a row. Paimon heard you won the championship many times in a row too, Mr. Farobear. Me? Yeah, I've won it 7 times, and a stamp 6. But I'd be no match for this champion. Back in those days, they had to figure it all out themselves, without any experience to go on. Wait, Stamp has beaten you 6 times? I'm so confused. If my generation of frogs have jumped higher than others, it is merely by jumping up from the shoulders of giants. There he goes again, putting himself down as usual. So, what happened to that champion? This I do not know. According to the committee's records, in the last jumping contest he ever took part in, Sibrilis came second. Second? So that means... Indeed it does. Given that he no longer felt up to the task of rescuing the princess, Sibrilis announced his retirement there and then. He told his friend that the jumping contest no longer held any meaning for him, and that unless he rediscovered its meaning someday, he would never again compete. From that day forth, not once was his name ever again mentioned in the records of Rainsong Pond. So just like those princes and princesses, there was a point in time after which this champion simply vanished from the world. That's right. All in all, this story really doesn't seem like a promising omen. Hold on a minute. The last line of this story is also, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Why does this line keep reappearing? Well, we'd better complete the rest of the trials first. Yes, you're right. Let's focus on the puzzle before us. I wonder where it will lead us in the end. I don't know. What's all this in there? Looks like this cave has no intention of just giving us the answers, but rather plans on testing us instead. The road to success is never straight, huh? Another trial. Let's do this. Thank you. Then let's go take a look at the final trial. All right. Can I read this, or is this the one that they read? It's the one they read. Oh, I'm walking out of bounds. My bad. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, I definitely need this flower. Hit the flower. Okay. Let's see what this does. Hold on. Hold on. Hit this flower too. I need this to go up in the air. Hey. Raise the water spout. Thanks. Phew, that should do it. I hope Princess... Okay, I don't need to read. Who needs to read? Alright, now we should be able to do this. Come back down, I need you. Thank you. Looks like we make a great team, Mr. Champion and my honorable paladin. I'm just glad I didn't drag you all down. Huh? When do these candles light up? Weird. Yay, that must mean we passed the trial. That all went pretty smoothly. Well, practice makes perfect. You're in such good shape. If only I was as talented as you are. Well, I'm a god, and you're a paper frog, so do with that what you will. Did you hear that? Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. I'm going to be hearing that phrase in my sleep tonight. Once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess, who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings. Long ago, there was a princess who personally set up a trial in the kingdom. She waited and waited and waited. Oh, guardian, where art thou? The paper's talking. In this world, that's not that weird. There's a lot of talking paper here. Another paper frog, just like me, another useless champion, squandered years in a pair of worthless, withered wings. Wait, surely you can't be... I am an evaporated dewdrop, a pair of wings too weak for flight. The name Cyprelus is no longer one I am fit to bear. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Highness, Princess Kyoya. It is an honor to meet you too, Your Highness. You, yet another stranger, another princess. So, Paimon's guessing they're the champion and princess mentioned in the story on the wall. They just look like two manuscripts. What if I fold them into the shape of a squirrel and a frog? What then? It is an honor to meet you both. You've resided in this cave for a long time now, so you should know why we're here. Your Highness, have you found the answer you were looking for? Where is the guardian we're looking for? Great champion, where is the princess that us paper frogs are supposed to save? You should go back. There are no answers here, only question after question. No river awaits, and the lotus leaves do not exist for us. The pond has never seen victory's laurel, nor a princess. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns. Such a futile expectation. When will the cycle end? Keep waiting, keep waiting. There are no answers here, only question after question. The pen that wrote these words has not alighted back upon the page, yet the ink of fate has long dried up. Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Thus it has always been, until now. But each should follow its own course. This is destiny's inexplicable hope. When will the path ahead reveal itself? What are they talking about? Paimon doesn't get it. Whatever it is, it does not sound promising. Huh? But what? No river awaits, and the lotus leaves do not exist for us. That makes it sound like Rainsong Pond is already... Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Anyway, We shouldn't jump to conclusions too soon. We haven't even completed the trial yet. All right. Giving up before the contest has even ended seems like bad etiquette indeed. Let's take care of the trials first. Yeah, let's stay positive. Maybe there will be a pleasant surprise waiting for us. Good luck with that one. Oh, do I still have to try to complete the trial? I have to do this again? Can I? Okay. All right. All right. You. Let's get flying. I see. Hold on. You. Lower. Okay, let's try this again. Hold on, hold on. You. Aw, crap. How do I lower this one? Try the drum over here. Lower. Okay. I think we can do it now. I need to be on this platform. Thank you. I have done a thing. Well, seems like we've passed all the trials, right? We passed the trials, but nothing seems to have happened. I brought the relic, but it hasn't reacted at all. Are we really meant to just keep waiting here? But what exactly are we waiting for? It's not like some kind of god's gonna suddenly swoop down and tell us what to do, is it? What are we willing to do? What we are willing to do is wait. All we can do is wait. Meaning lies in waiting. The future lies unknown. When did they appear? And insisting that we wait like that, what are we even waiting for? Perhaps they don't know either, which is why they've been waiting all this time. We are echoes with nowhere to return, existences that do not exist, unfinished chapters of blank paper, as are you. Together, let us go back to where we belong. Stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns. Each follows its own course. Hey, you, piles of rotten paper. Why do you keep just telling us to wait? Waiting's gonna get us nowhere. So that's it. I knew I wasn't in the wrong place. Your Highness, Princess Kyoya, I have my answer. To the rest of you, it is time for us to part ways. Thank you all for everything you've done. Now it is clear to me that the answer lies not in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. When I first arrived, I was afraid I would have to pay a heavy price to find a way to save the kingdom here. In the end, the Cave of Eerie Murmurs holds nothing more than a pile of old manuscripts deceiving themselves by waiting. It is a great relief to know that hope still lies elsewhere. The future lies unknown, meaning lies in waiting. No, Your Highness. Meaning lies in the unknown. Waiting leads only to waiting. I most certainly will not save the kingdom using such a method. If the guardian does not come, I will go in search of them. If I cannot find them in my kingdom, I will search the rest of the world instead. If they are not to be found in this world, then I shall keep searching beyond it. Even if my kingdom is destined to fall, I wish to witness its final moments, when its ending is written. Such blindness, such impetuosity, such frivolity, Such ignorance, such superficiality, such impatience. Say what you will, but as you yourselves just put it, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. If your path lies here in endless waiting, then mine lies instead on the road ahead. Can I say something? If you were to deem it acceptable, I would like to go along with your highness too. Wow, someone seems pretty motivated all of a sudden. After all, if I could help your highness find your guardian, then that could also be interpreted as saving the princess. I am the champion of Rainsong Pond. Even if I do it for Rainsong Pond, I must continue to fulfill my duty. If you're willing to help, then on behalf of the entire kingdom of breezes and bells, I thank you. That is most all right. I will, of course, still have to ask the committee's opinion, especially Horaloo and Estamp. As you know, I always seem to cause trouble. We believe in you. Great. So what's next? Your Highness? The relic next to you is lighting up. Oh, okay. I'm flying now. Leave the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. Okay. So that's what each should follow its own course meant. Her Highness seems to have figured something out that Paimon hasn't. It sounds to me like it's saying we first need to find the Lotus Leaf of our own, then drift along. But has the owner of this relic ever considered what would happen if we fell? We just have to climb back out again and prove our courage by overcoming adversity. Thank you for your kindness, Your Highness, but I believe... Oh, okay. Why do I even try to read this? Her Highness! It's Her Highness! Hello! Look, Her Highness is flying along with a bunch of people and frogs. Do you think she's found the Guardian? Look, our relic is shining up ahead. Our Guardian's coming. That's wonderful news. We can finally fly around without having to worry. Gaylon can fly. Hope lies ahead, our future lies outside, meaning lies beyond the end of the sentence. Courage lies in dialogue, survival and returning, meaning in seeking. Hey, isn't that our champion? Hey, Faro Bear. Faro Bear is flying. He's incredible. Look over here, Mr. Champion. Give us a wave with your champion feet. The good fellow's blushing. Let's not embarrass him any longer. Bon voyage, Faro Bear. Oh, so that's what happens. Fascinating. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Farewell. May all of you find your own way forward. Farewell. All right, I'm here now. Ugh, my leg. Is it still on the ground? I can barely feel it anymore. All 4 of your feet are still firmly on the ground, Mr. Champion, and they're in better condition than any of us are. Those princesses from the past, they seem to have left too. I hope that they'll never return to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. Seems our trip to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs wasn't for nothing after all. With the relic lit up, there's hope for your Highness's kingdom again. That is indeed so. The fact that the relic is lit up means that it has found a guardian worthy of acknowledgement. It seems the guardian that the relic was looking for was not a valiant warrior in the usual sense. A true guardian who is worthy of acknowledgement is one who always follows their heart. Someone who pushes forward relentlessly in spite of their fear. It turns out that this relic, which we'd been treating like a problem, was actually the answer all along. Those manuscripts that were waiting in the cave, they've been waiting for their path to appear, waiting all this time. But waiting leads only to more waiting. No one can find the solution to a problem simply by searching within the problem itself. Like, you wouldn't be able to pick a leaf from a tree if you were standing on the leaf itself. Sounds complicated. Paimon's feeling dizzy now. Anyway, none of them were acknowledged by the relic as guardians. Your Highness and Mr. Farobert were, though. So now the relic is lit up, and we found our guardian. Doesn't that mean that the problem's solved, Your Highness? Well, you could say that, but I still haven't managed to figure out exactly why it lit up. Looks like Sabran and Sefesh will be doing some more research for me. Oh, and now that the guardian's been chosen, doesn't that mean that the relic's trial has lost meaning too? It'd be a shame to tear it all down. No, I'll keep the trial in place, but it will now be used to train guardians rather than choose them. If every flying squirrel were to become a guardian someday, then no matter what difficulties the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells faced, we could overcome them together. I've been wanting to do this for a long, long time. Just a pity that the relic refused to light up sooner, and that Sabran and Sefesh stood in my way. Now that I've been acknowledged by the relic, I shall do whatever I wish. And that's why you're the princess, Your Highness. No. Her Highness's title should now be Guardian Princess of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells. So, Your Highness, would it be alright if I, took part in the training in your kingdom? You're really up for anything now, huh? No. Didn't you hear that sound just now? That voice that was speaking? This is a trial that you must face to serve Princess Simist and fulfill your calling. Nope. It was the same as the voice of the manuscript that claimed to be Sibyllus in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs? Surely the great champion himself doesn't actually believe that I can fulfill Rainsong Pond's calling. But Princess Simist doesn't need me to save her. If anything, I'm the one who needs her help. So, you told him you could do it? No, I didn't. Or rather, he had no intention of hearing my opinion anyway. But seeing as it's for the calling of Rainsong Pond, what choice do I have? You're saying you would like to undergo the trial? Then of course you're welcome to. I couldn't be more delighted to hear that the champion of Rainsong Pond is willing to serve in my kingdom. Besides, I had plans to travel far away in the future, and I was actually just about to invite you to come along with me. Traveling buddies. After all, there are bound to be places in this world where the wind doesn't blow. When that time comes, we'll have to rely on those champion legs of yours. Really? Then I'll try my best not to make any mistakes, though I've never tried jumping with anyone riding on my back before. How much can the little flying squirrel possibly weigh? Then you'll have to train harder from now on. And to the two of you, thank you for all the help you've given me and my kingdom. Though there are still so many mysteries yet to be solved, why did we need to find a guardian, and why would a kingdom fall into decay by itself, and why would Rainsong Pond have such a calling? But at least the kingdom has been saved, and so now I have more time to contemplate these questions. Storm, don't you think that those manuscripts in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs seem to be related to a story we heard before? The goddess of fate who used ink to compose her stories? I don't know. Do you know something about all this? Well, it's long and complicated. Well, actually, it's not that long or complicated a story. You tell Princess Simist and Farobert the story of the goddess of fate. So basically, everything we've been through is a story written by the goddess of fate. Alright. Now we've really become characters in a story. But seeing as the goddess wrote us in, why didn't she give us an ending? First those poor souls in the cave, and now us. We've all been through so much. So that must mean it was also the goddess of fate who came up with that line, stories follow rules unfolding, and cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. I need some time to think about these matters more deeply. My loyal paladin, please take these gifts as a token of my gratitude. These were the only treasures I brought with me. If you have time, please come back to visit the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells again. I believe that you may have some questions for me. But first, I must rest well and think hard. Okay, that's over.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.